So you get like 30 extra days a month taking around in here. Yeah, I retired for 20 years. So I collected most of this stuff, after that. Those are different shows that I went to.
You wouldn't have any idea how many shows you've been to, would you?
No.
Too many to count.
Propane tank,
For the...
crucible over there, furnace.
Alright. And do you use your sandblaster very often?
Yeah, I use it all the time.
Does that get rust off engines and
Yeah, right,
flaky paint?
right.
The paint has lead in it, obviously, because they're so old.
All right.
You take any kind of safety precautions for that?
No.
No safety precautions for the lead.
No, right. That's a crucible there.
Okay.
And this is, yeah, I save it here.
This, you have some antlers.
Yeah?
So you were a bow and arrow hunter for quite a while.
Oh yeah, bow and arrow hunter. Patterns. That's another tractor.
How many lathes do you have, Grandpa?
Just two.
A metal and a wood?
No, metal and a metal.
Oh.
This is a big
We
one.
have a wood one too.
Yeah, I have a wood one too. This has a die in here and a punch.
Yeah.
See, and it punches.
Yeah.
Punches the square holes in the headlights that I do. Well, I have different dies for different things.
Cool. And will that work on almost any kind of metal?
Right, right.
Does it work on wood?
Yeah,
Not very well, huh?
But not very well. No. Here's all the pieces that if I buy something, I buy, things that people want to get rid of, and I buy them all because they're nuts and bolts.
How many drill presses would you say you have in here?
Two.
That's it? This is a huge one.
Yeah, right. This is an old one that came from Pino Grande, which was a sawmill up above Georgetown. And when they delivered it, it fell off the wagon and, broke it.
Oh.
And so a blacksmith welded this here piece in here, formed this, and put it all back together.
Wow. So why can the belt go on all those different sections of the gear?
Because you increase the speed or you decrease. See that one up there?
Yeah.
That's the first one that I did, and I put the ad in the magazine. And I thought I better get smart in a hurry, because There's the seats right there. That's seat number 75 that I use. This is R.F. Hoffman. This was the last seat that I poured. And I've made almost 400 of these seats. One guy said that he put it up with his collection. And so they said, "Oh, you got a Santos seat, you know." I don't collect seats anymore because there's too many seats. There's like 3,000 seats, different kinds. There's a guy in Newcastle that spins these. There's bodies here, and he spins this one here too. This part and this part here. But I'm the only one that makes these brackets, and I have these done over at the foundry in Sutter Creek, Valley Springs. They go on 60s and 30s Caterpillars. There's two of these fit on the right-hand side of the tractor, and they face backwards of each other like this. So one light is forward and one light is back. You can see the plows when you're working. This is the shrinkage. It shows the shrinkage. I had to allow for casting from aluminum to cast iron, and then from cast iron to aluminum, and so I had to expand this that much because of shrinkage. So this is part of the this is another bracket that I made. This is has already been expanded here much, and this is a headlight bracket for front brackets. I was going to start it up for you, and I didn't start it up for you, but it runs on ice cubes. Yeah.
What is that you're turning on? Is that an air compressor that you're turning on?
Yeah, I have air. Runs a little cow over there. See this little engine here?
Oh, it's tiny.
Yeah. I got a friend that makes those, and he makes these here too, you know. And I make a series of toys, and he sells them back there, and I said, when you get enough money, why, you can sell me one of your engines. Some of it I didn't.
And these toys that you make, do you just make them for fun?
Those are toys, but they were like that steam engine over there. That was a toy, and it was actually a toy for you put kerosene in here.
Kerosene?
Yeah, and
I don't think kids should be playing with kerosene.
But they did in those days. They never thought about, you know, what kind of problems they had. But anyway, these were all steam engines that were toys, actually. Injection molding machine for small parts.
And so you have to know the shrinkage for plastic as well.
Right, right. and this is the mold for it. And this is an injected molding machine that injects plastic into it. Right, and so that part would be made out of plastic.
Do you do that very often?
Yeah, I do a little bit.
With your toys?
Once in a while. These are all hot air engines. This one here is hot air engine also. And I used to sell plans for this. Yeah,
He flaps his wings
right,
when he
right.
turns.
But this guy here is shooting at him. I was on CBS one night back east, and
Yeah.
I was playing with this here engine, and a friend of mine over in Woodland, he said, "I saw you on TV." He said you were playing.
Everyone knew him as Box when he went places, huh?
Yeah, these engines here were made by a friend of mine, which he uses a Volkswagen cylinder here, and this engine runs. And this one here is one of the first ones he made, and it's a oddball engine, and I decided this is a model engine that is all four cycles in one revolution of the flywheel. It does half the cycles. And this one here was it's a model of a big engine, big size engine. And I have a friend that has one of these
The full size?
full size. He went out to look at a car, and he saw this engine in front of the car, and he said, "How much do you want for that?" And the guy said, "Oh," I said, "maybe $2,500 or $2,000, you know."
Yeah.
And he bought it, and they're worth $75,000 or $10,000 now.
Oh my goodness.
And so he bought it, and the old guy said, "You just paid me for what I paid for the ranch." Yeah. See, this has no bearings in it. It's 3 magnets. See these 3 magnets here? They support it.
So this is your pot-belly stove?
See the radiator? Mm-hmm. It's a Holt. It's a 22nd one made. 1931.
And it has a crank.
Yeah.
So Caterpillar tractors not need cranks anymore.
In the 60s. This is a starting engine for a D4. 20, I've forgotten. Anyway, this was a starting engine that you started this engine here. It's a little 2-cylinder engine, and you put it in gear. There were some operations down here to put it in gear to start the big engine.
Because you needed so much horsepower to be able to start a bigger engine.
Right.
Not enough that you could crank it to start it.
No, right.
And a D4 is a Caterpillar, right?
Right. That came off the D4 that I had here, and it runs real good, and so I decided to take it off, and I scrapped the D4 out.